Let's go. Are we actually on? You're here listening with Kayla
and Georgia,
bringing you real, raw, and relatable chats on the Evolve to Thrive podcast.
Stay tuned because shit's about to get juicy as we dive into all things health, fitness, life, and relationships.
Let's go. Woo. Welcome, everybody. It has been a hot fucking minute in the studio. Today I am welcomed by Mr. Producer Peter.
Hello. Hey guys.
Peter, myself.
The dynamic duo. I didn't want to talk over you.
That's
and
okay.
I know you're like, can you please say something? I was like, no, you got it. It's good. It's been 6 weeks. Has it been really 6 weeks?
It's been literally 6 weeks. So we don't have our friend Georgia with us today, but she will be back and we will be coming back red hot in January. But we are going to wrap up a few more episodes, get out a few more episodes before the year ends.
After this?
We're going to get out tonight. Then we're going to have a couple of guests on and then there'll be a final.
Do you want to tease who the guests could be?
Ooh.
Some pretty big ones.
We've got some, let's see. We'll just
You can tease them if you want. I'm just saying.
We'll just say we are going to have a male coach and a female coach from the fitness industry on.
Prominent.
In the studio next week and then another coach on in the following week. But
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm going to love to be in that corner in the fucking shadows being like, hi.
Peter's ready for
leg cramps.
No, Peter is actually full in the zone today. He's made himself look nice and pretty to be on with the camera. So yeah, I thought today was more of an episode to kind of just get us inform all of you about where the fuck we've been.
Because we only just caught up too, like 5 minutes ago.
Literally have not seen Peter for 6 weeks. But yeah, so we thought we'd let you know what's kind of been happening in the time that we've taken a bit of a short break. Yeah. And then kind of life update from myself.
Someone's dating again, guys.
No! Kayla is actually out of prep now. I also have recovered from being hit by a car. So there's been a lot that's wild. There's actually been a lot that's happened in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
you almost died. No,
I almost died, but I'm back. I'm back, guys. So yeah, we'll pretty much let's get into our craving or tip of the week. Hey,
yes, you go first because I forgot the one we spoke about beforehand.
All right. So one of my tips is, you know how you've obviously got the Christmas stuff coming out in. Yes.
Time to get depressed because you've eaten way too much food.
Yeah,
I understand. Yes.
Literally. So I was in the reject shop the other day and I was like, I'm going to get, some like little stockings for like my nephews and cousins or whatever. Anyway, then there was like the choc-coated shortbread biscuits.
Oh, no shit.
And I was like, fuck, I am a sucker for those.
You're a little slut for a little shortbread chocolate.
I am a slut for a shortbread cookie.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm chocolate-covered pretzels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an absolute
and them.
Yeah.
So I have not... I have not been that one to get get stuck on the bloody scoop and weigh train with the chocolate pretzels. I did have one encounter of that post show, but we've been able to
5 kilos later
self-control now. But something else we thought we would do today is have a cheeky red wine, which was probably one of my other cravings that I was having. So yeah, not booze, just a red wine. That was something that I really felt like. So
it
yeah,
helps you decompress,
that was my pardon.
It helps you decompress. Just the process of having a drink with someone.
Isn't it so therapeutic and relaxing?
Oh yeah, I just finished sober October, and obviously there's no drinking, no smoking, no partying, nothing. And then by the end of it, I was like, you can have a couple of drinks a week. Yeah, and it's just like when you get to Friday, you're literally like, oh, well, I'm not going out, I'm not drinking, I'm gonna hang out. And it's like that false. You get happy, but then you're like, I don't know what the word would be. When you get your expectations up, but then there's nothing there.
Underwhelmed?
Yes, you're underwhelmed on a Friday. You're like, I should be excited.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy.
I can actually finally look forward to my weekends now because I'm not being a freaking hermit.
Does that mean we're alcoholics though?
No, I wouldn't. I mean,
I hope not.
let's justify this by saying it's the festive season and I just supposedly have a social event on every week.
No way.
So what's yours? What's your craving or tip?
So my craving, actually, I remembered what I was talking about it.
Yeah.
Was homemade pasta.
Homemade pasta.
Oh my! I was going through my phone.
Which type?
So I do the linguine, so like the long flat ones. But I went through and I made pasta for Amy probably about 3 months ago, and it just came up on my Google Photos, and I was like, fuck. And I did that handmade garlic bread as well. So it was, and there was wine. She doesn't drink wine, so I drink on my own. But
talking my language.
Yeah, I'm super pumped to, I suppose, get through the festive season so I can kind of level out. Because after Sober October, I overcorrected.
So you've gone all crazy.
Massively overcorrected. It was like food. Because then when you're not, I don't recommend this and it's naughty, but I smoke socially when I drink too.
Yep.
The good thing was about Sober October is we were training 5 days a week.
Yep.
So everyone was doing that. But then you eat and you fill the gaps where you would be drinking, having coffee with food.
Yeah. What has been your guilty pleasure at the moment?
So they weren't even guilty pleasures. It was just filling gaps because you were hungry. So it was everything and anything. It was so fucked. I was looking for something clean and would go jerky for a bit. But then those pork rinds are kind of okay. But then you look at me like, oh, it's not really okay at all.
Yeah. What else?
It was basically go to Coles and then, whatever you get sucked into. Because you basically become an infant. You're like... you're impulse driven.
Yeah, impulse driven.
And that's when it's super bad. And that's, I think, another thing for the tip would be kind to yourself after that.
Be kind to yourself after you've followed a fat loss phase and
you've made the
transition.
Mistake and you've overcorrected heaps, and then you fucked up and you're like, okay, not as slim as I was before. We all know what happened. So you've just kind of got to give yourself that space. You can get back there. You've gone through, it'll ebbs and flows. You can't always be cutting because it'll never work.
This is the thing, right? So I think a really important thing to kind of take away from that is same thing, being out of prep and that transition phase between between being in.
I was gonna say, you look fucking fine. Yeah. What are you doing? This is fucked.
I'll give my tip for how I've managed to successfully do well in my reverse diet. So reverse dieting is obviously that phase between coming out of your fat loss phase. So long story short, Belle just put my calories right back up to maintenance. So that she knew that if she didn't do that, I would probably end up binging. And we actually just set realistic expectations straight away. So then I could have that little bit more balance, incorporate foods back into my diet that I loved and that I enjoyed. And one of the things that I didn't do was impulse buy, shop. So I would be at the shop.
Because you were prepped and ready to go.
That's literally it. Yeah. So think of it like when I was doing my grocery shopping, I was just so tempted by the scoop and weigh, so tempted to just go and buy chocolate and this and that. And I thought, you know what? I went to the supermarket with a plan, with the ingredients on my shopping list, including dark chocolate and stuff. But I was really strategic with being like, okay, just buy 1 block, don't buy 3.
Yep.
So, because otherwise I would eat 3. Yeah. I also just didn't buy Biscoff and stuff because I knew my guilty pleasure was the choc peanut butter.
Okay.
And even that got devoured in a week. So I was like, that was
you did go a little bit off.
The
question I do have is, how did you go with eating out and stuff? Did you start eating out again with friends?
Yeah. So I pretty much allowed myself to have 1 to 2 meals out post-show.
Do you write those off, or how much buffer do you give calorie-wise?
I would essentially calorie bank 1,000 calories for that. Yeah. That encounter. So enough headroom. Yeah. And then this will be a topic for another conversation, I think, because as in I am actually going to do one of the episodes that we do have planned before Christmas is we are going to be doing we are going to be doing an episode dedicated to how to navigate the silly season, how to actually choose, selectively, eat with that little bit more balance, but also stay on track, and just strategies and tips for doing that, and kind of the approach to take with your training and your nutrition at this time of year, because I think the reality is you can't be in a calorie deficit at this time of year. Yep. So what a lot of people now are doing is we're trying to kind of transition into that maintenance phase where you realistically just be honest with yourself and say, I need to just have higher calories. I am going to gain 1 to 2 kilos most likely. Yep. And I need to just let my hair down and actually have a good time within reason. So if you think about it, you need to have, I would still meal prep. Yeah. So my strategy for actually sticking with this reverse actually do my meal prep, actually plan my meals, and then identify how many meals I'm going to be out for the week. So do I have function on during the week? Do I have something on the weekend? And then
it's a lot. Does it feel overwhelming? Because for me, even still, like I was thinking about like all the work stuff and stuff. I'm like, fuck, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Because then you actually don't think about those ones because you're like, I'll just prep and I'll take my food with me. And then you're like,
no, you're not going to do that.
You get to work and you forget and there's a work lunch and you're like, well, I'm not going to be the dude that does it.
Yep.
Go.
I'll give you some tips for that. So what you think in your head is a lot. It's probably in the grand scheme of things across between now and Christmas or between now and New Year, you're probably going to have 1 to 2 events a week.
Yeah.
Max 3. Yeah. So you just choose, okay, which ones do I want to drink? Which ones do I not want to drink at? And you're not going to be taking your meal prep container with you. I'm telling you right now.
What's your stance on like the drinking and eating thing? Because being like incredibly old and then like the older mentality when you were dieting and stuff, when you would drink, you'd be like, you just make sure you don't eat at all once you started drinking because the body goes into shock. What is the more realistic expectation
The
now?
more realistic thing is have a look at what you're eating in a day leading up to this encounter. So what I usually will say to my clients is let's just try and get as much protein in as possible and as many low-calorie, high-food volume options. So what I mean by that, you might actually fast out your first meal and you might not have your first meal until, 11 a.m., okay, you might have a coffee. You then might have a really high protein omelet or something like that, or like some Greek yogurt and something that's light, but something that's high protein. Then you might have a lunch at like 3 o'clock, which would be another high protein, low calorie option. So that might be like a big bulky salad with some tuna or chicken or something. And then you're actually feeling satiated and full before you go to this event. You're not having an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's the goal.
It prevents the hangover too, right?
Drink lots of water and have like 2 high protein meals leading up to it. And then you might just have a few nibbles and drink alcohol at the event.
Okay.
You don't want to be...
God, I'm terrified, but we'll see how we go.
It's
going to be, I'm going to have to tune into the episode in a few weeks. And
yes, you will.
Well, we've got maybe bring it forward because it's going to happen. The silly season's starting. It starts on Monday.
We need to do it tomorrow. We need to do it now.
I know.
But let's get in with, I guess, a live update on kind of what's been happening, what I've been doing with my life in the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
And then we wanted to allocate today and devote today to a live Q&A. So I popped up some questions on my Like a Girl Fitness page, the Evolve to Thrive page, and I put up an anonymous question box. And you know what? I fucking hate doing them.
Yeah. How many solicitations did you get?
You just get, I'm sorry, but
Do you want to touch my dick?
Like, I really want to hang out with you. Oh, I really think you're cute. And they're just shit questions.
But look, for future reference, at least you know now.
Someone wants to fuck me.
Exactly. Because Kayla's not one that's often, she's like, dating right now is really ridiculous and like, I just can't seem to go on any dates. Now you've got, just open up the Q&A, actually call them out and be like, you know what? Let's go and have a coffee.
Let's go have a coffee.
What's your Insta?
Send me a
first,
DM.
And then we'll see. We'll see if we can have a coffee.
We'll get into that because some of these questions do relate to my dating life and whatever. So we will get into it. But I guess first things first, we have had 6 weeks off.
Yes.
In this 6 weeks, I did compete. So I did my show and then
I went and worked in New South Wales.
I was going to say, Peter, why didn't we
6 days or something?
Peter, why didn't we record for 6 weeks?
Yeah, I was getting last minute calls to go and work in New South Wales. But let's just say it's been going to be a good Christmas.
It's going to be
good money to go. So yeah, that was I'd find out the night before, which was horrible.
Yeah.
But when you're offered large sums of money to do fairly easy work, you can't say no.
You can't say no.
Especially with mortgages now. Don't even get me started.
Yeah. Let's not talk about mortgages.
I know.
But yeah, so there were a few weeks where we did actually plan to come in.
Yeah.
Georgia and I did plan to come in, but then we last minute would get a call saying, sorry girls, I've been called to go work.
I drove 3.5 hours every morning and then stayed there for 3 days away on my own.
Solo
in a
trips.
country town.
How good
You're a country girl too, right?
I'm not a country girl, but I did go to like those places.
Whenever you go see your family, I think it's bush.
It is. Yeah.
So you're a country girl.
No, but I wasn't. I don't live. I haven't.
No.
I wasn't brought up in the country.
No. Okay.
I just my fam holidays were in the country.
I see what you're saying. All right.
So
cool.
we as a family would always go camping to like Echuca, Yarrawonga, like those places. And now my family have a holiday house in Echuca.
Oh, I see.
So I go up there
Cobram's on the way to
Cobram
there, isn't it?
is near there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're basically going to that.
You'll be proud though. I found the proper gym with like it was like a full powerlifting gym.
Yeah.
And it was
Cobram.
24 hours. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. But it was actually like the only thing that kept me sane was like training while I was there.
You need to and go for walks and stuff.
Fucking $25 casual sessions though. That's
absolutely Do you know what?
A joke.
Because I go to Anytime Fitness when I'm in Echuca.
Yeah.
And I just pay the $20 every time I go.
Dude. I'm just like, cool, I've got this membership to Crew just fucking sitting there burning a hole in my fucking pocket.
Yeah. And then you've got a membership to Derrimut that's $200 for the year.
I didn't even know it was still active and I called them up last week because they had the next sale.
You've been paying 3 memberships.
Two.
And casual visits.
And then, but it expired only like 2 months ago. But I hadn't gone back for ages because you just forget when there was COVID and stuff, they had the extra deal.
Yes.
So we stacked on top. We're like, that's fine. And I just assumed when everything came out that it was done.
No, mate.
And I had like another year left.
They keep paying you too.
Yeah.
It's, shifty. Cheeky.
But,
cheeky. But yeah, so that is why we did not come in for a few weeks. And then obviously I had the week in Gold Coast.
Yes.
Where I had my show. So we'll talk a little bit about that because there's a few questions in the Q&A about that. But yeah, then there was the recovery from the elbow.
Yeah, well, I mean, what happened? You were casted last time we spoke. Yes.
Okay, let's an update on for those that didn't listen to the previous episode on Kayla's life update.
Bitch broke her arm. She hit by a car.
Bitch broke her arm. I fractured my right elbow, my olecranon bone, and
to all the doctors out there.
I split it open. Because some idiot did not give way to me at the traffic lights and they just hit me. But anyway, you can go and listen back to that episode on what actually happened. But yeah, the recovery. So that's been 8 weeks, going on 9 weeks now since that happened. Yeah. And so I was 6 weeks out from my show when I got hit by the car. And then so it was a pretty shit recovery. I was in a sling. I couldn't train. I've only literally this week gone back to upper body training. So it's been good. I actually feel like now my arm is quite good.
Yep.
However, after I did my show, I had to go back to the Royal Melbourne Hospital and I was really nervous. It actually hadn't healed. So a week before I went to Queensland, I was told by my doctor to go and get another x-ray done.
Yeah.
Went and got the x-ray done and the fracture had not healed. So he was like, you need to go back to the orthopedic surgeon and see, you might actually need
to have surgery.
Oh,
I had that on my hand. It's not fun. Yeah.
Or you might have to get pins put in it, or you might need to be put in a cast. And I was like, are you fucking joking or what?
Yeah.
So anyway, time passed, booked in with the orthopedic surgeon. So the day that I went in for the orthopedic surgeon, I'm thinking in my head, well, if they can book me in for surgery, I'm out for the rest of the year with teaching. Perfect. Yeah. But then I thought, no, this is not good because it's going to be Christmas, all these parties, all these.
You're going to be cast lady.
I'm going to be in a cast. I can't drive. And then even so, I literally called an Uber to the hospital in case I was in a cast and I wouldn't have been able to drive home.
Yeah.
I meet with the orthopedic surgeon.
Did you drive stick?
No.
You'd be fine.
What?
I mean, she totally would have taken
naughty,
it over home, but
I don't need any more points or deductions from my license. Good. But what I will say is the good news is I do not need to have pins put in my elbow. I do not need surgery. And I also did not have a cast. And I was told.
Yeah, I was going to say, what the fuck?
It's literally fine now. So thank you and shout out to my osteo, Mr. William Dow, for the treatment that I've been having.
Really?
Yeah. So he's been really good with my recovery. He's been giving me some rehab exercises that I am doing sometimes.
Yeah. So what happened with the bone? Was it still
the bone? So the bone, oh my God, it's still sticking out. So like think, oh my God, it's actually disgusting. I should post a photo.
Yes.
So like if you compare my left elbow to my right elbow, the right elbow has like a little newbie, like a little wiener pointing out of it.
What do they call them? It's like a splinter effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bone is literally out.
Do they want to take that out or?
Well, they've decided no, like play on.
Okay. But is it healed? So it's like you've got the shard or whatever.
No, it's still healing, but they said you
don't need a cast or anything.
They don't need a cast and I don't need surgery. And they pretty much said to me, they're like, look, at the end of the day, if you go and get an x-ray done in a year, like 6 months, 12 months time, it's still going to look fractured.
Oh, because of the way the bone is now.
Yeah. So that it's like it might be like that for the rest of your life.
Oh, right. Okay.
But in terms of pain and limitations, like I remember a few weeks ago, I had my strong class and I went to demonstrate an incline bench press with literally just the bar, like just the 20 kilo bar.
Yeah.
And I've pushed up to do it and I was like,
twins.
Yeah, I literally nearly dropped it on my face because it was like so much pain.
Intense. Yeah.
So there's general movements, like your general free weight movements that I can't do. Too hard basket.
Fuck.
So like even deadlifts and stuff where I'm holding on, I was just reluctant to do that, but I'm starting to ease back in. Like now it's so much better.
Okay.
Like so much better. I'm now actually able to do lat pull downs and cable rows and things like that.
I was going to say, you can't do fucking anything.
Pull ups and that, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Bench press, absolutely not. But your more isolated exercises I can do now.
Okay.
So even with the cable machine and doing something like a tricep push down, just doing that with like single arm, can do that. That's fine. So yeah, it's just a matter of trial and error. I've got a program to follow and then I'm pretty much just, making substitutions accordingly as I go. But my leg sessions are bloody intense.
I was going to say, maybe overcompensating massively.
My legs are getting work. But at the same time, that is what I need to work on. So when it comes to me actually doing what I need to focus on in terms of bodybuilding for the areas that I need to further develop, it's definitely my glutes and hammies. So, and not so much quads, more so glutes and hammies. So I think it's good. It's actually been a blessing in disguise. And what I will say is this whole accident was a blessing in disguise and there were many silver linings that came from it. So
that's fantastic.
Within the 9-week journey and the last 6 weeks that we've been on the pod, yes, can confirm everybody that I am healed from my injury.
Yes.
Life is good, back into training.
And top 5. Let's not fucking go around that.
Yes,
yeah.
we need to talk about my show. So how I went with the show. So with that, I did place within the top 5 of my category. So I was in the bikini category. I competed in the WBFF. Now, I will say the WBFF is a bloody intense federation compared to the...
Yeah, because you did the ICN.
Compared to ICN. There is a whole nother episode on the WBFF because the WBFF Australia is no longer a thing. So it is now going to be called FMG is the new federation and the owners of the WBFF have basically started up their own. Like I said, I am not going to get into the nitty gritty and the politics of this right now, but like what I will say is I am so excited for the FMG shows. I have decided that I'm going to actually wait and hold out to the end of next year before I even think about competing. I want to have a really good off season. I always preach to everyone that I like to do a healthy prep. My mindset needs to be in it as well in order for me to do well. And I also don't want to deprive myself too much. I do have other business plans as well. So I think want to focus my attention on business, focus my attention on Like a Girl Fitness, because another bombshell life update is that I will be resigning from teaching as of the end of the year. So I'm going to be doing Like a Girl Fitness full time.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, we're going to have an episode of me, celebrating what life has to offer.
Is this all your clients hearing about this for the first time right now?
Nah, they know.
Okay, good.
People have known for ages, but I haven't publicly announced it.
Okay.
So this will be maybe the first public announcement that I'm making that I'm actually quitting teaching and doing
you do your thing.
Doing my Like a Girl Fitness coaching full time.
So cool.
Yeah, she's taken the leap.
What do you say?
She's bit the bullet.
What's the first thing you think you're going to do now with all this extra time?
I feel like I'm not going to have all this extra time.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, what is going to happen now? Because you got you're not teaching now for hang on, 6-7 hours.
I've got 3. Hang on, I'm still at school. So I'm still at school. I'm still teaching up until the end of the year.
Yes, but that's what I mean, like going forward when that's gone.
So when that's gone, it's going to be a weird adjustment because I think in my head have so many things that I want to do.
Yeah.
But then like time has been a limiting factor in actually executing things.
And that's so gone now.
Things,
yeah,
right?
that excuse is
gone.
So
I don't have an excuse to fuck around. Like it's like, Kayla, get your life in order and do all the things you want to do. But the podcast is something as well that we really want to, continue growing as well in the new year. So in terms of life updates, that is another thing. We definitely want to continue with the podcast.
Good. It's fucking exciting.
So you better still have us around, Peter. So
definitely.
There's going to be exciting things coming with that as well. But we will take a couple of weeks break over Christmas time. So for the loyal listeners, there are so many loyal listeners as well. You know the Spotify update that came out today? Yeah, I saw the little post and stuff
with the top fives. That was cute.
Oh my
really
God,
cute.
that was the best. So yeah, I think that was a really good insight into like how many people actually are supporting the pod. And we have received a lot of DMs lately about, what's happening to the pod.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? When it stops, you're like,
are you still recording? Are you and Georgia still recording? Yes, we are definitely still recording. She's just having a week off dedicated to herself, but we will 100% be back and I can't wait for it. So yeah, should we get into the listener questions?
Here we go. All right. Yes, we are ready to fucking go. So you just want to rip it off like a Band-Aid?
Let's rip it off like a Band-Aid.
All right. Your current breakfast. What are you eating in the morning?
Okay, question number 1. What am I eating for breakfast at the moment?
Starting off nice and innocent.
All right. It's going to be the overnight wear. The pro oats.
Oh, really?
I love it. I'm a slut for that.
So when you do yours, right? Because I constantly fuck it up. It turns into a fucking soggy mess and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to put chia seeds in it? How do you stop it from getting
the chia seeds make it soggy?
Okay. So what do you do? What's your process?
Do you want my LAG Choc Pro Oats?
Yeah.
All right. So and this, for everyone playing at home, I do it the most simple way. There is no fucking I am going to boil my oats on the stove bullshit. No.
Okay.
People don't have time for that. And if you do, kudos to you, babe, because I have a whole new level of respect for people that do that.
Yeah.
I personally don't have time for that shit. No. Yeah. So I literally just weigh out my oats into my glass container and then I pour my half a scoop of protein powder over the top, 1 square of dark Lindt chocolate or the Mosa LD chocolate, a third or a half of that. Then I literally will just do water. Or
how much water?
So it'll be about 110 mils, or it'll be 110 mils.
And you're doing like a full scoop of oats?
Yep. So it'll be 50 grams of oats.
Okay.
Usually 50 grams of oats, half a scoop of protein powder, and then the dark chocolate. Then the milk would be about 100 mils.
And you do normal milk, you don't do almond or anything?
Almond milk.
Good girl. Yep.
Or water, to be honest. We'll generally just do water. Then it goes in the microwave for 90 seconds.
Yep.
I stir it in, and then the best part of it is you add peanut butter.
I think I know why. I was adding fucking frozen fruit to mine. It's adding extra water.
Yeah, no.
I just jerried when you said that.
Yes, no, you do it at the end.
Okay.
So then I do my... The thing that makes it really thick is the peanut butter. So then I do 15 grams of peanut butter over the top.
Peanut butter brand choice?
Yes. That's the next question.
Oh, is it?
Oh my God. Next question. Favorite nut butter. All right, we're killing 2 birds in one stone here. The squeezy bottle. The simple, what is it?
My coach has me on that one that's that old lady's name.
This
it's
so
like
natural.
A natural,
yeah. Is it BEQ or G? I don't even know it.
Yeah.
But it's the squeezy bottle natural peanut butter.
I didn't even know there's a squeezy bottle. That's fantastic.
Oh my God. And so what you do, you put your oats on the scale, squeezy bottle the peanut butter in, and then you might add some raspberries or some strawberries.
Yeah.
Then you add on the CaloFit choc sauce or caramel sauce.
Jesus, yeah.
Over the top of that. It is fucking insane.
I was going to say, dude.
Just delish.
It's making me hungry now.
All right, Pro Oats. That's the favourite brekkie at the moment.
Okay, so what's your current favourite takeout food?
What, pickles or no pickles?
We can hear that next.
We can
You're on the fly. No, pickles or no pickles? Are you a pickles or no pickles girl? Wait, let me guess.
Go.
I think you're a no pickles girl. Yeah. That's boring. Pickles is like the extra little.
Pickles are fucking shit.
They're the best. I love pickles so much.
I'm not the person that's like, who wants my pickles and takes them off.
Okay.
I don't love them, but I just suck it up and deal with it and eat them.
So, and that's because you're a foodie. You're like, I understand it's here for a reason.
I'll
and
just
it's doing
it.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
are you a pickles or no pickles?
I fucking love pickles.
You love pickles.
I can eat them on their own.
I was going to guess that you were a pickles guy.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yes, definitely. My ex's sister didn't know that pickles were pickled cucumbers. She didn't believe it. She's like, they're too small. I'm like, what do you mean? They have small cucumbers. She's like, no. They're way too small. I'm like, Bridget, go to Coles. You'll see the small cucumbers that they use for pickling. Anyway, I
didn't know that.
You didn't know that either?
I didn't know.
Oh my God. Come on.
I am going to be the first. I'm going to throw myself under the bus.
Cucumbers, mate.
Yeah, like I didn't know that.
I saw the look on your face and I was like,
she doesn't know.
Play along? Or is she
I was thinking about playing along.
You added yourself. Yeah.
Let's just make it out that I have no idea what you're talking about. All right.
So what's your favorite takeaway?
My favorite takeaway is probably Nando's.
I was going to say, don't say Nando's because you always say Nando's.
Because Nando's
burns down. You can't have Nando's. What's your next?
Probably GYG.
Okay.
Hang on.
No, because they're the fitness go-tos though, right?
My top three, GYG, Nando's Grilled.
You just went all three fitness ones. What if like you're going to go like, I just want,
dirty. Because
I'm going to be a little food slut.
I have this conversation with people regularly and I'm like, I genuinely could not think of anything worse than going and having McDonald's for dinner. Or,
yeah, that's fine.
Or KFC. Or KFC is a little bit.
You ready
give
for
me
my
some example.
one?
Yeah, go. Give me
Okay. The OG Pizza Hut pizzas.
Pizza Hut.
Like the proper fucking feral, like this isn't pizza, but whatever, it's not even real bacon, not real ham, but it's fantastic. That like at the end of like a massive cart, I'll be like, I'm going to Pizza Hut and I'll have my little horrible $5 pizza and I'll love it.
Pizza is probably the one that would be my go-to. Yeah. Like as in compared to burgers and fries and stuff. Like I'm not a big burger girl. Like
same. Yeah.
A lot of people are like, fuck yeah, let's go get burgers.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not really into it.
It's a Melbourne thing. I think we've done burgers.
Like quite even like, like the other kind of burger chains that are out there that are like, that everyone craves.
No.
I'm not really into it. But what I do like is a pizza. I'm not going to lie. There's...
Oh my God.
Yeah. Have you had Frankie's Pizza?
I was going to say, if you can try Sal's in the city.
Yeah.
It's proper New York style.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
And it was after Sober October thing. It was, my mates are like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm having a bit of an emotional experience with this pizza.
With the pizza,
I'll be back. Yeah. It was just so nice.
Drooling over it.
The proper crust, the proper bottom was crunchy like New York style.
But I prefer a wood fire pizza.
Yeah. Oh, they're fantastic.
You've actually just prompted me. I do know what my takeaway is that I love. It's Luxor King.
Oh, true.
I am a slut for Luxor King, but
the one on Mount Road is apparently pretty good.
Oh, Mount Road. No, Luxor King. Come on.
Okay. No, I'm not a Luxor person, so I don't
chicken
know.
curry, Luxor, extra veg.
That's still kind of healthy anyway, right?
Also, no.
Is it horrible?
FYI, girls, guys, it's probably about 1,000. It's probably 1,000 calories.
Shit.
Yeah.
Is it because it's got coconut milk and stuff in it?
Well, just they add all this sugar and stuff, but like even just the noodles. All the noodles that they add, it's a lot.
Guys, can you please tell Kayla to drink more of her wine because she's nursing it?
She's drinking. Okay. So yeah, next question.
What are we up to? My cardio and my steps throughout prep. What were your steps at?
Oh, they were a joke. Okay, so cardio was this obviously was staggering throughout. Let's just go right towards the end.
You can hear that, right?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Towards the end of my prep, it was 250 calories on either. Now, obviously, I had the accident, so I wasn't on the Stairmaster at the end because I was scared I was going to fall over because I had my sling.
I didn't even think about that. That completely fucks everything.
Yeah, so I was on the cross trainer. I was doing the cross trainer without the arms.
You're doing it with one arm? One arm would be so much better.
Could you imagine? So the cross trainer and incline walking and the Stairmaster were my three options for cardio. And I just had to do 250 calories with that. And then I would do Steps wise, on my training days, they were 14 to 15,000. And then,
that's not too bad.
And then on my rest days, they were 17,000.
I'm just breaking the computer.
That's all right. So 15,000 steps were average, and then 17,000 for rest days. Yeah.
Because like you can do 10K if I do like a 5K in the morning and then train.
Yeah.
So your extra 5,000 that you're pulling out, you just have to walk again?
I was on my walking pad like you wouldn't believe.
Well, how are your knees?
Nah, fine. Fine. Yep.
But you're what do they call you? You're a running bunny or whatever they call them.
I was going to say I will give a shout out to Matt. Matt Yotzi. Because he literally got me through my prep with my steps. Yeah. We would walk every day together, and it would be a social catch up for me. Whenever someone wanted to catch up with me, I was like, walk, coffee, walk, coffee. That's all I would say.
You can't do pods?
Pods?
Podcasts. When you walk?
Yeah. I can. 100%. Yeah. No, that is what I would do.
Yeah.
But as in, if someone wanted to catch up with me socially, I'd say walk and talk. Walk and talk, baby. That was my steps.
All right. How's the reverse going, and how's the hunger?
We may have covered it properly.
We'll deep dive.
I feel like we definitely covered this. But what I will say is, my reverse is going really well. Compared to previous preps that I've done, this one is by far the best prep that I have ever got. The best prep and the best aftermath I could possibly imagine.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Fucking go, Belle.
I am going on 3 kilos up from stage weight. I'm not going to talk about weights on here. I don't think that's healthy for anyone. But I will say that I've gained, just about 3 kilos post-show. Yeah. However, I am eating an extra 600 calories more a day. So basically with the reverse diet, I was put straight back up to maintenance. Yeah. So there was no from 1,600 staggerly increasing. It was
Belle must love it. She'd be like, nah, you're fine.
She's like,
your metabolism's dope.
Yeah,
let's
she's
go.
Like, she goes
to 11.
She knows that I have a really good metabolism, and she's like, nah, you're going straight back up to this. Also to prevent me from binge eating.
Yeah.
So she knows that I've got
you're full.
She knows that I had a track record of yo-yo dieting, binging and stuff from my old habits, when I was younger. So she knows that history of me. So she knew that in order for me to reverse properly, I needed to have a realistic approach. And in order for that to be achievable, we just put me straight back up to maintenance, straight back up to what I was eating majority of my prep. Carbs went up. And also we had a really big focus to get my cycle back. So my fats got brought right up as well. So that's kind of how reverse is going. I will confess and I will admit, yes, there's definitely been some indulging. There's definitely been me going out for dinners, not tracking things. I'm going to be very transparent about that, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that I track 100% all the time, and the transition. Because
I would say you probably track more than most, and you have it in your mind more than most.
Yes, I definitely am consciously thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
But
even you're like, fuck it, I need to.
Yeah, I also feel like I'm educated enough to make an executive choice to go out for a meal and be okay with that. And Belle will often do things where I will have just a meal of no tracking. She's like, go have a meal out, no tracking, or it'll be like bank 1,000 calories, go and eat out, whatever it might be, like a high carb day.
Yeah.
And it's that psychological break. So I think that that's really important. And again, I just tried to avoid actually going and just buying crap. So I went out for Yochi a number of times.
Yeah.
That was my guilty pleasure. I went out for Yochi like 3 times. So I loved it. And I did put the brownie and the Biscoff and the Nutella and all that on it. So who knows?
Yeah, you went fucking ham.
We had 1,000 calories of the Yochi, sure, 3 times, like 3 days in a row when I was in Queensland. I had Yochi 3 days in a row. But then it was once I got back from Queensland, I was like, right, meal prep, grocery shop. And I pretty much put a couple of things in my cupboard that I was really feeling like. One of them being soy crisps. I really wanted soy crisps.
Really?
Yeah, I really wanted them.
That's actually what fucks me up, salt and vinegar chips.
Yes.
Not fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, see,
that's a problem.
We've all got one.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then like choc peanut butter. I didn't buy myself Biscoff, a bit of chocolate. Yep. So there's been, and then when I'm at school, that's the worst. Because at the moment, everyone's just supplying all this chocolate and goodies and stuff. So I'll have my whole day of eating, but then I'll have like a few cheeky chocolates. Yeah, like two Freddos a day. Yeah. Like
you're in the best possible space for it though at this point.
Yeah,
you've done you've done the hard yards.
So that's good. I think that's a good wrap of the reverse diet. I am doing well, but I'm also not tracking 100% everything. Still going out, having dinners, incorporating alcohol back in, and living life. And
you're not, as opposed to what I'm doing, beating yourself up afterwards. And just understanding this is part of the process.
I do for 10 seconds. And then I'm like, cut your shit.
You actually switch it off pretty quickly. Yeah, it's very impressive.
I definitely will wake up the next morning and go, for fuck's sake. I'm like, I feel bloated. And then I
can't see all of my abs right
now. I was so much leaner.
I see Amy do it as well. She's abs year round. And then like one afternoon, they'll be like semi not there. I'm like, just turn. It's the light. You're fine. It's fine.
No, I'm so happy. So happy with the reverse.
But how's your energy?
My energy, I'm actually not going to lie, my energy's shocking.
Really?
And my sleep has been really bad.
Why?
And the reason for that is just because I'm still teaching and I'm still running a business and I'm very, very ambitious all the time. So I think you
need to give yourself more space to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I definitely do.
What does Kayla do? I don't think you've covered this. No. What does Kayla do to wind down?
Okay, I'm actually good at this to an extent.
Are you though?
To an extent. No, I'm fucking terrible. But what I do allocate myself is a chance to do a bit of reading, and I only allocate 2 pages.
You're a reader.
2 pages a night to read. And then another thing my walking is my thing.
We know that.
Yeah, no. So solo walking.
Yeah.
Solo.
It's really fucking meditative.
Yes. So meditative.
It's so weird. Yeah, no, meditative. That's a word. Yeah. I swear to God.
No. But that is what I do to wind down and switch off from people. So it'll be my chance to, as you said before, listen to a podcast and then just walk and not talk to anyone.
Do you only do like learning podcasts or do you do fun podcasts?
I do fun as well. Yeah.
You need fun ones, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why this works so well because it's both.
Yeah.
You guys do both. You can't just have learning. I
can't learn all the time. No. I need to switch off. So the Happy Hour was one of my podcasts that I love listening to those girls. And just, like other podcasts, I can't think at the top of my head what I listen to.
My top 5 was so generic for a dude. Number 1 was Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Number 2 was 2 Bears 1K, which is another 2 male comedians. Number 3 is Starvey, who's like another fat male comedian. There's just all comics, and I'm like, oh God, I listen to too much comedy.
I might need some more of those, I reckon, just to switch off a little bit. But
plans for building.
Yeah. So that's we're building some muscle. We're continuing to grow the glutes and the hammies.
Not worry about the arms as much.
No, my arms are good for bikini. So the federation and the category that I compete in, they are actually like, I don't need to grow my arms much more. Like my arms are really good. I mean, I will have to grow them back a little bit based on, I didn't lose too much muscle, to be fair.
That's great.
I did not train upper body for 7 weeks.
My God.
7 or 8 weeks. Yeah. And I feel like I've still got a decent bicep vein popping.
She's wearing full long sleeves. We can't tell, guys.
It's still here. But yeah, no, my energy's a bit shit just because my sleep's been a bit deprived and neglected.
Because you need to take time for yourself.
Yeah, because I've been signing up a few extra girls, and
that's fantastic.
I do. Yeah, I do give a lot to my girls on the team. So bit of that, and then just meetings and back and forth stuff. So
perfect. So you're obviously going to compete in the future. I think we covered that.
Yes.
But your next comp goals?
My next comp goals. So I
fucking number one, bitches. Baby. It's coming.
Definitely top 3 for the next show. So we touched on top 5 this time round for my first show in the WBFF. Which is going to be the FMG. And so, the next goal will definitely be top 3.
Yeah, fucking
potentially pro card. So, that'll be the goal. That'll be the plan.
Hell yeah.
And then what else? My next goals, just Does that just refer
Bizzo.
bodybuilding?
What are we looking at? The
business goals. Okay.
your next comp / goals. Yeah, definitely. I'd say
or personal goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, growing Like a Girl Fitness, to a point where we can even extend with staff and things as well. More community stuff.
Yep.
Growing the brand. Yeah. That. I don't want to give too much away. So
that's good. No, that's great.
There'll be definitely some things in the works. And I'm very, very grateful. I'm going to actually personally give Carly a shout out at the moment. Carly's the backbone of my business. Who pretty much does all my behind the scenes with onboardings and emails and stuff. So
that's great.
I love you, Carly, and you need more recognition. We love you. All
right, now here's one as well. How much was your bikini? It was fantastic. It was a lot. It was very extra.
How about you get? Let's guess. Guessing game.
I know they start into the thousands, right?
Yes.
So were you looking at like 1,500?
Yeah, what I will say is for those
you're like
what it's worth versus what I paid.
Yeah.
Do you want to know there is a difference there?
Let's talk about what it would have been worth.
Okay. It was worth $1,600.
Hey, that's not bad.
17. Oh,
not bad guess.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I think the girl that I bought it from, it was $1,700.
Okay, yeah.
And I got it for like $700.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Mate.
So I was very fortunate. Very fortunate with that. Loved it. I actually went to the show. I went to the show beforehand.
I didn't see that one. Okay.
I wanted to you distracted me.
I'm moving things around. Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. I wanted to go to. What am I saying? You've literally ruined my train of thought.
We're talking about bikinis. They're cheap.
So what I did is I went to the show.
Yeah.
In like April it was the July show, George's show, and I saw this girl, and I'm like, I'll buy it that bikini.
Yeah.
That I'm hunting this girl down, and I'm actually going to buy her bikini because I was like, that is what I envisioned when I was designing it to GlamFit. So GlamFit obviously are the designers of this bikini. It's a custom made bikini. And I saw this bikini and I was like, that is the one. That is the one.
So you found her and you got it from her.
I got it. I literally stalked her and then no, this is fucked. What I did is I hunted her down after the show. I was like, babe, you look unreal. Can I get your details? I want your bikini. Like literally that.
And she's down. She's
like, hell yeah, for sure.
That's fantastic.
So it was good. I saved myself, like $1,000.
Okay, so I've swapped the questions a bit. It's how did you go? How did you place? So we covered that. You did very well for your first show.
Very happy. Yeah, very happy. Stoked.
And obviously you're going to, anything better than that in the next show is fucking a bonus.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
I'm so happy.
Now, here's the kicker, the one that threw me and made me destroy the entire set of questions.
The juicy stuff.
Have you been getting some D? Because I can't believe that was like the straight up question you had. And was there an eggplant emoji as well?
There was okay.
Yes.
Have you been getting some? Can I just say, the last podcast that we upload, sorry.
They're getting better. Jesus.
The juicy ones are coming, guys. So the last podcast we recorded was me talking about solitude and how I'm not getting any.
Yeah.
So I reckon the last 3 months of my prep, I literally did not engage in any sexual activity.
That's crazy.
Was
it completely gone? Like completely
my libido
gone?
Was shot. Like it was
no solo
horrible.
times, nothing. It was just you were a fucking
solo time?
You were just a fucking robot.
No, I didn't because
okay.
It was like I was not getting anything that I didn't have any desire.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd like to ask guys if that happens too. I had one mate that competed and I didn't ask him the question.
I had no sex drive. But then I also was confused whether it was, we spoke about this, whether it was because I wasn't getting any that I didn't want any.
Yeah. That's chemically proven. So that is definitely it.
Yeah.
Which that happens.
If you guys want to hear more about this, listen to our previous episode on
because you were right, because G was the opposite to you where she was definitely fine.
She was loving, like during her prep, she was getting laid.
Yeah.
So, and she enjoyed it. So, and as in she had a sex drive. Fuck. I'd hope she is enjoying it.
I hope so too, Georgia.
I unfortunately was not getting anything.
Yeah.
But Am I getting
But that's a perfect segue into the next one because the next question literally was, how good was the root on the weekend? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it?
I am actually dead.
Yeah.
Actually dead. So whoever answered that, they were near me on the weekend that have asked that question. It was, yes, I got laid on the weekend for the first time in 3 months.
That would have been phenomenal.
I did pick up. It was great. So yeah, no, it was good. It was really good. It was actually really good for something that's the first time. Because I feel like when you
there's a lot of pressure.
When you do have a one night stand and you, like it's not planned. And you don't know this person or whatever. Like usually it's a shit time. Do you know what I mean? Like I've spoken about this. One night stands suck. One night stands are shit. But this was not shit. This was good. This was good.
Yeah. You don't think it was stilted by the fact you hadn't fucked for 3 months?
Yeah, probably. It was probably that. But another thing is...
No, was the chemistry there though?
Yeah, I reckon.
And that's a lot of that too, is you probably had a good connection with the person.
Yes. So. I think as I'm aging, as I'm aging, I'm definitely
Girls get way better in bed because you're less worried about what is making the guy happy. And you understand that when you enjoy it, guys enjoy it more.
Yes. This is very true.
It's this weird paradox, man.
I have definitely noticed because there's been times where I've just have not been in the mood and I'll still, like sleep with someone.
Yeah.
And I know that it's like, that was shit. Like as in I was shit. Like because my head wasn't in it.
Yes.
Correct. And I don't know. I think I'm someone who does prefer an emotional connection with someone when I'm having sex with
Guaranteed.
someone.
And I think it was like, it's the dude thing to be like, meh, but if there is like, guys will often not recognize that it's an emotional connection. That's what makes it really good. But when you can be like, it's as simple as you're able to be emotionally honest, which includes being sexually honest with someone. You can connect on that level and it's fine.
It's true. Like if you think about if anyone, I invite any of you listening to do this, but think about all the people that you've slept with and think about the people who have been the best. Like do a rating now. Think about who is the best on your radar. Was there an emotional connection there? Yeah. Fucking oath there was.
Yeah.
You know them better. And I'll tell you what though, upon reflection, I have realized there is one particular person that I was sleeping with for a really long time that no one has bet this person. And I'm like, I am yet to find someone who matches that level of
It's important
desire.
To everyone listening. So for things like that, if you guys don't know why I'm talking about it, I have a relationship and dating podcast. I would
dissect.
Thank you. I would dissect why and what it was, because you can pass that on to dudes that you're with now.
Yeah.
Because you know what it probably is? It's probably stuff that you like as well. And it was just happening naturally. So you were like, oh, this is fucking amazing. This is phenomenal. This is awesome.
But what
if
it
might be like one or two things.
What if it's related to size, shape, feel?
Yeah. Okay. That's massive.
Yeah.
And the full picture to that one is it's not just, and it's guys can relax now too that listen. It's not just the dude's dick shape. So obviously vaginas are different also.
They are.
So it's literally the combination of both. So you have a preference of dick shapes for yourself.
Yes.
Right? You really can't change that as a dude, unfortunately.
That's what I mean. So it's not, it can't all be.
Yes, correct.
Unless you find a matching
That's why you got person. As you see people more often, you can have toys and stuff to kind of help that along a bit. It just depends how open you are to that sort of stuff, and if that's in your bag. But yeah,
if it's in my toolkit,
but that's the thing. If it was the guy's dick shape, then you've got to
find what works.
Well, the girls want to know: was it because there's I guess
what is my preferred
how
shape?
G-rated is your audience? Are they
This depends. I'm just going
to talk about penis shapes and sizes.
Yeah, go for it.
So you usually you can have an up bend, you can have a down bend, you can have a left bend, and you can have a right bend, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
The one that was really good.
Yeah.
Like in previous times.
Yep. Or was it not the bend at all?
It wasn't that much of a bend. It did have a little bit. It did have a little bit of bend. Girth. It was girth.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fairly. Most guys can relax now because that's more common than bend shapes and stuff.
I feel like girth is better than length though.
Yeah. It depends on
it depends on the female.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
But hey.
That pretty much wraps us up with our live Q&A. But yeah, I think do we have a rapid fire that we could do? We don't really have a rapid fire.
We can have. I love how you've thrown this in. There was no questions in it.
No, there's no rapid fire. But I don't know.
Any rapid questions that I have for you?
Yeah, think of it. While you think of any rapid fire questions, I just want to take a moment to actually thank all of you listeners, all of you loyal listeners who have been, patiently waiting for the next episode, because it has been a while. It's been literally 6 weeks since we've recorded. And me personally, I have really missed it, actually. I really, really miss recording. As you all know, I love a chat and I love to talk shit, and this is the best place for me to do that. So
She's a natural.
I miss Miss Gigi, and she will be back.
Can't wait to have you back, Georgia.
I promise you, Georgia will be back in the studio, and we love her. We miss her. And let us know if there's anyone in particular or any topics that you would love us to kind of discuss. And then, we're going to be getting some more guests on moving forward. And actually, let us know whether you prefer the health and fitness stuff, the sex life dating stuff, because I think we love the juicy. Next week is going to be more on relationships and dating, and we're going to be getting a male perspective on breakups and dating. So stay tuned.
Do you want the questions, or you can end it? You've done well. You're at an hour.
I reckon we could end it, but I want to. Let's see. Do you have a question?
Okay.
Rapid fire.
No, it's like a this or that. Yeah, the rapid fire stuff.
This or that.
So is it weekend out or weekend in?
Weekend.
Now, at the end of your comp prep.
I reckon I'm still a weekend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're a morning trainer.
Yes.
Right. But if that's gone, are you an Arvo or an evening trainer? If you can't train in the morning.
If I can't train in the morning, it's evening.
Arvo or evening?
Arvo or evening? Arvo.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Arvo.
I'm now addicted to like fucking 12 o'clock training.
It can't be, Arvo for sure.
I always used to do straight after work. Now, all right, pizza or pasta?
Did you
I'm doing these on the spot. They're coming to me now.
Did you just cut yourself?
Yeah, because I'm like, I got another one. I'm going to lose it. You need it. Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Okay.
But I'm really feeling like pasta at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's pasta. It's been a pasta type fucking month for me, to be honest, which is terrifying. Okay. We'll go into questions. Because I have questions, because they don't need to be rapid fire. So with the dating space at the moment, right?
Yep.
You're casually seeing, not anyone specifically, but
that was just a one night thing.
Yeah, but like, so what is on the horizon for you in terms of, are you looking for more serious dudes, or are you just kind of now that you've had that?
This is a really good question, because I've been doing some reflection lately, and something that I think that I have done in the last 3 months is I have completely devoted my whole entirety to myself.
Yeah.
Which is why No.
Self-obsessed, guys.
Literally self-obsessed. But what I'm trying to say is I made a commitment to myself. Actually, my mindfulness practice is journaling. I forgot to mention that before. Yep. Journaling is one thing that I will not miss out. And I've
been told I need to do that.
Every single fucking day I will journal, right?
Doesn't it feel weird?
And I've become I think now
no,
because,
it's not.
now because well, I would be nervous if someone read my journal.
Right? I feel like you've got a book of all of this shit that's like incriminating.
If someone got a hand on my journal, that thing would be worth thousands.
Dear God.
No. But like, because I think I allocated so much time to myself.
Yes.
When I was dating 3 months ago, I think there were a few, not flaws in myself, but things that I needed to work on.
Yeah.
I don't think I was completely happy, and I think a lot of that comes to career, and I think that now that I have made a decision to like do the thing that I'm most passionate about, I've allocated so much time to really creating a life that I want for myself. Now I am attracting people that are more EQ. Higher EQ.
You did say that was, because that was a big problem before.
This was my problem. So what I have identified in my previous situationships and dating life is that I was attracting fuckboys. I was attracting guys who were not emotionally ready to connect or did not have a depth to them.
Part of that is you growing too.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so I think I've developed a little bit to be like, all right, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what makes me happy. And so now the kind of guys that I am interested in, I actually have been speaking to like a couple of people, and my friends were like, "That's not your type," and I was like, "Well, then maybe that's a sign." Yeah. Like even I went to an event with Matt recently, and I met
the Grady event.
Yes.
That would have been fun. The Sushi Mango guys were
Yeah. it was so much fun. I met a comedian there and I got along really well. Not my type at all.
Yeah, be careful of us comedians. It's dangerous.
But not sexually attracted to him.
Yeah.
But the conversation. So this is
the next part in your evolution is you can get both.
That's what I need. Yeah. I need both. Okay, so this guy is just a good, like, you know, not even a good time, as in just someone that's nice to hang out with.
Yeah.
But then you do want both, and I've realized I
need both.
I need both, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that, like a really good sexual chemistry with someone again.
Decent stand-up comic.
Someone who's funny.
No, but I mean, like, is he a decent stand-up comic?
I don't know. I haven't actually
shows?
watched him. But anyway,
you didn't even think
we're not going to talk too much about it.
I'm curious.
Who knows? They might listen. Lol.
They will for sure. But if they're a comedian, they'll have a podcast too. So that's fine.
I don't know. Anyway, maybe.
You're not ducking this question. It's not Georgia. I'm gonna. No, I'm kidding. I won't hold you on this question.
But what I think is the takeaway here, my dating moving forward.
Yep.
I am open to a long-term relationship if I have sexual chemistry and I have someone who I can really connect with on a deep level with a conversation.
Yeah.
And we have similar interests and it works. Like,
how would you go? This is the thing too, right? Like if they were into fitness but they didn't train. I think I asked you this on my podcast.
You did.
How is that going to go long term?
They do not need to be a bodybuilder or anything like that. They don't need to be as committed to me. I think if they care about their general health and they will go to the gym like 2-3 times a week.
Oh,
if gym's not your thing, cool. That's okay. But you need to have your thing that keeps you active and fit. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, I probably do.
You know what? I probably
do want a guy that goes to the gym though, because I love muscles. That's sexy.
Yeah. But there's definitely, like Amy says, what was her saying?
Yeah, gym bros, no go.
She's like, never trust a guy who has abs year round to be faithful to you.
I love that
saying. No guy that's in a committed relationship has abs year round.
Yeah, but see, you're someone. You train though.
Yeah.
And you are invested in your health and fitness. Like,
yes.
So
that's the fear of the fatness that gets even worse.
But
the investment is definitely the exact opposite. Yeah, no, we'll get there one day.
But
I'll have abs for the wedding, I promise.
Yeah, you don't need abs. She doesn't. She
for
did
the wedding
not,
at least once.
She didn't
in my
marry
life.
you for the abs.
No, but I want to marry me for the abs.
As long as it's for you, then that's fine.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
I am definitely open, but I think. Do you know what? Also, if someone was like, if I met a guy, went on a date, and he's like, "I want to marry you," I'd fucking run.
Yeah. So but you know what happens, honestly, and like every guy I've known, that's because obviously most of my mates are married now. You do have that moment when you're dating the person, and it happened to me with Amy at Roasting Warehouse. We were sitting on those fucking lawn chairs out the front, and I was like, I could fucking marry this chick for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Really? You knew.
And because in your mind's like, I just hope she fucking likes me back.
Really?
Because you don't like, you know, but you don't know. But yeah, I think with a lot of guys that are fairly in themselves and understand where they're dating, you know very quickly. And that's, some guys just let it out, and you're like, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And just be cool, man. Just be cool.
Yeah, relax.
Like, the biggest thing is be cool. And just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But, don't tell Kayla you like her straight away.
Don't.
She's avoidant.
I'm someone that's like, I am definitely, of the attachment styles, I am the secure. I am the securely attached. And I listened to this podcast that was really interesting. And the reason that so many heterosexual relationships don't work is because you've got someone who's anxiously avoidant.
Anxious attachment style, yep.
Avoidant, and someone who's anxiously secure, or whatever it is.
It's anxious attachment,
yeah.
Yep.
So they're two opposites.
Yeah.
So one is trying to run away when there's conflict, and then the other's chasing, and then that makes it worse. So yeah, what you need to find is someone on your same attachment style.
The thing is, and you've got to be aware of it too. Like there is a certain amount of chase that guys are used to, but if that's consistent through your whole relationship, that's a problem. Then you can basically ask for that reassurance, and if the person doesn't give you that reassurance, that's obviously part of the avoidance. And people just don't want to be alone so bad that up until I met Amy, I was fine to be single.
This is the thing. I
broke up with Amelia at 34.
Yeah.
33.
But
I was fine to be single forever.
This is my problem. I am so comfortable with my arrangement.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
It's a really good space to be in.
I love my house. I love my own company. I do love dating though. So
that's good because I was going to say with you, I think the thing that you need to be aware of and make sure you don't fall into too much is to be too much in your happy zone with yourself.
And I need to be more open to letting someone in.
Yeah, you have to share the space with someone.
Yeah, I need to actually have time for someone and allow myself to have time for someone. But
remind me to talk to you about expressing feminine as well because I had a dating coach on. That'll be
yes. Let's do another podcast on all of this. Yeah. But Peter, we always love having you on I
love being on
to discuss the relationship dating. Also, cheeky shout out to him and his podcast.
Yeah, Plat Pod on Instagram.
Yeah, we need to promote you on there so that you because if you do want to listen to more relationship talk, and he actually does get like sexologists. We've had bachelor contestants. I've had dating coaches, male and female dating coaches.
General human beings that are interesting. We had Kayla on because we were looking at like dating in the fitness space and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Rejection still happens.
Yeah,
that was.
I remember I was like, that's right. But it's humbling because you understand that everyone is kind of.
Yes, we get rejected.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like in every single dating ecosystem is what I call them. Yeah. It's all the same.
It is all the same.
All the same.
It literally is all the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you are someone who wants to kind of find out more about, what your challenges are with dating and relationships, what might be going wrong, how you can kind of have a look, to get involved.
We're going to be doing dating makeovers going forward. That was the thing I was telling you about. So we're going to be getting so the new co-host I have coming on.
Yeah.
She obviously she coaches guys. So we're going to get a couple of dudes on and kind of take them through each week. So we're going to do like a style makeover initially, and then we're going to get them to kind of go out. And if they're in Melbourne, I'll go with them and see what's going on. And
can we do it? Can we do that with me?
Yeah.
Can I be a volunteer? Make sure they're sexy and hot though.
But see, this is with a guy. It's easier because then they can approach and then kind of have interactions.
Make sure you set me up with a nice boy that's sexy.
I'm trying to think who would
and girthy.
Trying to think who would fill that fucking box for you, mate. I had 8 guys in this house for fucking Sober October and they're all studs.
Oh, dear Lord. All right. Yeah. Kayla's about to get off this episode to find a man.
That's it.
But thank you all so much for listening. We will be back next week. Peter, do not go to Cobram.
No, unless they offer me more money.
Cobram, he's not going to Cobram because I've got a guest booked for the next 2 weeks. So he better be in the studio. We'll be back for the next 3 weeks and then there'll be a final wrap up before Christmas with me on the pod as well.
Yeah, excellent.
So,
thanks, guys.
Talk to you later.
Bye.